well. I mean, this is sensational matchmaking.
And to touch on the same thing that Michael just said about him, just be present in the moment, focus on the...
All on fight week, Michael. My schedule does not go past Saturday night. Nothing matters after this fight. It's all about Kelvin Gastelum, and he is not taking his opponent lightly any way, shape, or form. Knows the kind of challenge he has ahead of him here tonight in this main event.
Well, much like Kelvin, this man is obsessed on becoming the middleweight champion of the world once again. And when you look at Robert Whittaker, one of the nicest guys that you can ever meet, but when you look at the eyes, you see the intensity, you see the fire that burns, the longing that he has to become the champion of the world once again. And that's all that he cares about. Of course, he can't look past this fight, but this fight is a stepping stone to a rematch with Israel Adesanya. He knows what's at stake, but he knows also that this isn't going to be easy. He's got a tough matchup on his hands. They're both evenly matched when it comes to striking, wrestling, output, experience, all of these things. But that, Dominic, is what makes this such an amazing fight.
What stands out to me about Robert Whittaker is his mental fortitude and focus. I mean, the way that he deals with press, the way that he deals with his opponents, he doesn't let anybody pull him out of his focus, which is the task at hand, which is winning. Just one person in front of him. He said, I'm focused completely on Kelvin because he's too threatening to not focus on him, no matter how many questions he gets. So that being said, I want to focus on his weapons. He's got a nasty right high kick that he sets up very well with his left hook and his left jab, and he also sets that right high kick up with the teep kick to the body. On southpaws especially, these are his weapons, and keep an eye out because he's going to be utilizing every single one of them against Kelvin tonight.
He has said in the past, on that winning streak en route to an interim and then undisputed UFC championship, he experienced a bit of burnout. Now he has balance in his life. He says, mentally, I am a completely different beast than I was 2 years ago when this fight was originally scheduled for Perth, Australia back in 2019. Tail of the tape looks like this. Robert Whittaker, Kelvin Gastelum. Tail of the tape is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. 1 year older is the Australian. 3 inches taller is Whittaker, and with that has a 2-inch reach advantage. Setting the table one final time tonight, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening, sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Anthony Marnell Jr., Executive Director Bob Bennett. Our 3 judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Mike Bell, Derek Clearly, and Saul D'Amato. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Herb Dean. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 17 wins, 6 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Yuma, Arizona, by way of Huntington Beach, California, presenting the Ultimate Fighter Season 17 winner and the number 8 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Kelvin Gastelum. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 23 wins, 5 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 185.5 pounds. Fighting out of Sydney, Australia, presenting the former UFC middleweight champion and the number 1 ranked middleweight contender in the world, Robert the Reaper Whittaker.
Come on. All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep it clean. Touch gloves, and let's do it.
The winner of last weekend's main event, Marvin Vettori, is in the building tonight. There he is, training partner, teammate of Kelvin Gastelum. And Vettori is called for the next crack at Israel Adesanya. One of these two gentlemen might have something to say about it, depending on what happens over the next 25 minutes or less.
Let's fight.
Tonight's Fight Clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Robert Whittaker in the black, Kelvin Gastelum in the white. Whittaker a -260 favorite after back-to-back impressive victories over Darren Till and Jared Cannonier in 2020. Big right cross to start things.
Yeah, nice counter right straight away by Robert Whittaker. Very, very sharp. Well, that was a nice kick.
First time back in a main event for Kelvin Gastelum since November of 2017.
This is what Robert's very good at. He gets in and out so fast. Very, very fast footwork. But we're seeing Kelvin seems to have a higher sense of urgency in his movement. You know, he's often very plodding, laid back, just kind of like take it as it comes and then explodes. But we're seeing here, as I say, the movement. He looks like he's up for this one.
I'm loving how Gastelum's pressuring, and we're seeing Whittaker land two nasty shots moving backwards already. And that's what makes Whittaker different, is he can punch backwards on his back foot and punch moving forward.
Heavy leather between these gentlemen.
Yeah, both guys, big punching power. Pretty even in that regard, I would say. Gastelum's probably got the heavier wrestling. However, it's probably irrelevant because the takedown defense, wow! Look at that. That's his best combination. The 1-2 and the right high kick afterwards, and Kelvin Gastelum is hurt.
That's that right high kick you got to watch for against southpaws, and Whittaker does it better than anybody. He's going to keep firing that left. There it is, and follow it. And now he's following with that left hook. And he has Kelvin's timing. He has Kelvin's speed already.
Well, he also has Kelvin hurt. You can see it. You can see the look in the eyes. Gastelum's not quite there. And Whittaker right now is cruising. He's successful. He's finding the mark. He's got the timing. This is a fantastic start for Robert Whittaker.
Oh, Gastelum slipped and ripped. Whittaker used it for a takedown.
And that was because we saw Kelvin leap in with the right hand, and they gave the double underhook from Whittaker.
Well, we saw Whittaker's teammate Jacob Malkoun put together a wrestling clinic just a few fights ago. So they've been working a lot of wrestling. Now postures up, ground and pound.
Straight to half guard, keeping Kelvin flat on his back. And this is where Kelvin's not really trying to get to a hip. He's kind of chilling out here, squeezing. You want to see him get to his right elbow and his right hip and get that leg out of half guard. Left foot, you want to get that left knee across the belly of Whittaker to create some space.
Yeah, he's got to get off his back. You never want to have both of your shoulders firmly on the canvas, and that's what we're seeing right now. Whittaker obviously is giving a lot of downward pressure, causing him to be there, but Kelvin's got to get on his side. He's going to underhook the left arm, which he's trying to there, then get on his right shoulder and start building a base to get back to his feet, but Whittaker with downward pressure. An excellent takedown earlier, a good head kick, stung him with a few right hands. It's a great opening round for Robert.
Kelvin's got to get his legs involved in this situation from half guard. He's got to use his legs to create space from Whittaker and then get his arms in the underhooks, and that will give him more success. But right now his feet are flat on the floor, and he's only using his upper body to fight this half guard position, and that's why he's flat on his back. Underhooks right now, and like I said, getting those knees involved. Right now you're seeing Kelvin get that lockdown on the shin of Whittaker, and that's a jiu-jitsu lockdown to keep people from passing. But right now, you almost might want Whittaker to pass so you can maybe work your way up to your feet, because Kelvin's not really looking for submissions here, and he's probably not going to land a lot of ground and pound here either.
Yeah, the lockdown, as you mentioned, it stops people passing guard. You can use it to set up some sweeps and things, but as to your point, he's using it mainly as a, you know, to keep him at bay, keep him where he is. That's what Kelvin needs to do. He's got to, you know, he's got to move. He's got to get on his side. He's got to push for the fence, wall walk, whatever. Right now, he's just accepting this position. I mean, there's not much point getting up now anyway, because he's got 20 seconds left to the end of the round.
Never want to finish the round on your back. There's always a point.
This is a huge start for Robert Whittaker, though. I mean, close to a 10-8 round, I would say.
Final 10 seconds of round number 1. Gastelum trying to apply the pressure, but a big first 5 minutes for the former champion. Round 2 coming.